Hi viewers, welcome back to our channel Make Math Easy. So in the last class already we learned that how we have to solve the pair of linear equations graphically. Now in this video we are going to learn about how we have to solve them mathematically instead of graphically. Is it really necessary to go for the graphical part all the time, or can we solve it any other possible methods for us, right? Yes, we have some possible methods also to simplify the pair of linear equations. So there are basically three methods that were defined. According to the context we will go for the three different methods and all. According to the context in the sense here that depends on the complexity of the question, we will go for the simplifying the linear equations, and it is not necessary that you have to follow only this particular method to solve any equation unless until they specify in the examination. Okay, so let us see first of all what are those three methods, and then later we will into the detailed discussion. The first three methods are, first one is the substitution method, second one is method of elimination, and the third one is cross multiplication method. Cross multiplication method. First let us see about the each method, and among these three which one is more useful for us even in the later stage, that also we will discuss in the today's class. So if we just observe here, substitution method, as the name suggests, you will be having two equations with you, that is only pair of linear equations. So what you will do from the either one first equation or from the second equation, any one according to your convenience, you will find the value of x or value of y. So that means from the first or the second equation you will try to get the value of x or value of y. After that what you will do, whatever value you want to substitute. For example, if you find the value of x, substitute that value of x in the second equation, then you will be getting the resultant for the value for the y you will be getting. Later you have to substitute y in the given any of these equations to get the value of x. That is the substituting method. As the name suggests, you are going to substitute value of x or y according to the question, and then you are going to proceed to find out the values of one variable, later the other variable also. Now if you just see this elimination method, as the name suggests here, elimination. So again you will be having first equation and the second equation with you. What you are going to do here, so for example if I give you like this, 2x minus y is equal to 6, and say something like 3x plus 2y is equal to some 7 if I give you. Okay, so if you just observe here one small point, elimination method, you have to eliminate one variable at a point of time, and because of which you will get the answer for the second variable. Like that you have to proceed your calculation. So you just observe here, first thing how you have to notice that which variable has to be eliminated. Simple thing here, you just have to look for the variables that are of opposite sign. Why you have to look for only that are of opposite sign? Because if you just make them as in same constant, as they are already having the opposite sign, if you just add, you will get answer, that variable will get eliminated completely. Eliminated in the sense the variable coefficient will become 0, hence the variable won't exist in the simplification part. So this first equation, if I multiply with 2 on both the sides, then I will be getting 4x minus 12y is equal to 12, because you have to multiply with 2. So then the second equation is 3x plus 2y is equal to 7. You just observe here, if I add these two equations directly, I can just simply say that 2y will get eliminated because 2y minus 2y is 0. This is 7x is equal to 19 and x is equal to 19 by 7. So now you got the value of x already. Next your task is to find the value of y. So substitute the value of x here, 2 into 19 by 7 minus y is equal to 6. It is not necessary that you have to substitute in only the first equation, you can substitute in the second also. So this is 38 by 7 minus y is equal to 6. You just have to simplify this to get the value of y here. So if you further simplify this, you will be getting, bring the 6 to the other side, 38 by 7 minus 6, so that means minus 4 by 7 you are going to get. So this is the procedure for the elimination method. So what we did in this procedure is, we tried to look for the terms that are of the opposite signs. First thing, the variables, what are the variables that are having opposite signs, not about the constants. Constants we will make it equal later stage by multiplying with some scalar or some number. So here first I identified the two numbers which are of opposite sign, and then I tried to look for the making the constants as a same. That's why first equation I multiplied with 2, and then I am getting minus 2y and plus 2y. If I add these two, entire thing will get cancelled, y terms. So I am left out with x. Once if I get x, if I resubstitute again, then I will get the value of y. Right? So even let us try to apply the same question for the substitution method. If I have a 2x minus y is equal to 6 and 3x plus 2y is equal to 7. So here from the first equation I will try to get the value of y. If I just swap the positions, I will be getting y value as in 2x minus 6. So let us try to substitute this y value in the second equation. Then I will be getting 3x plus 2 times of 2x minus 6 is equal to 7. So this is 3x plus 4x minus 12 is equal to 7. 7x is equal to 19. X is equal to 19 by 7. Right? Again you will be getting the same answer only. Whatever method you will use, you will be getting the same answer. That's why I said in the exam, unless until they specify, you can follow any method that you are comfortable with. There is no restriction for that case. Right? So here we got the value of y from the first equation and we substituted in the second equation. Then we got value of x. If you resubstitute, this is 19. If you resubstitute again x is equal to 19 by 7 in any of these equations, then again you will be getting the value of y. Right? This is the first method and this is the second method. And out of these three methods, cross multiplication method is the very important method, in the sense that even we can use this method in the later stages also. Maybe we know one basic fact that if you have two variables in a particular equation, that number of variables represents the number of equations you need to get the solution, right? So here you are having the two variables, so you need at least two equations to get the answer for the, to simplify and to get the values of x and y. But actually cross multiplication method has an advantage of even dealing with the having the equations with the three variables, but still if you are having only two equations also. So because in your class 12 and all, we have a topic called as in three-dimensional geometry, where in that three-dimensional geometry we have to make use of the you will be given with only two equations, but still the variables will be three, because it's a three-dimensional, right? X, y, z, 3 will be there, but you will be given with only two equations. Even in that case, this cross multiplication method will help us to get the answer easily. Even this also can be used, but mostly we will go for the cross multiplication method only, so that our simplification process will become easy. Even substitution also you can use, but usually students will get confused in this, so generally we will prefer the cross multiplication method, right? So about this, how we are going to apply with respect to the linear equations, we will discuss now. Later we will see few problems based on this each method, substitution method, elimination, and the cross multiplication method. Right? Now you see, for example, if we have an equation like this, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and the another equation a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Okay, these are the two equations if I am having. So the cross multiplication method, what we have to do, you have to start with the b1 and then you have to come to the same point again, b1. So that means I will take these constants b1, b2. I am moving in this direction, right? And then a1, a2, c1, c2, then again b1, b2. With what you had started, with that only you have to end. So B1, B2, A1, A2, C1, C2 and then B1, B2. So if you just observe here, this is X and this is Y and this is one I will take. You can take any number also, that is not a problem because it will get balanced anyway. But we will take it as a 1 to make our work simple again. Right? So if I take the same equation, 2x minus y is equal to 6 and 3x plus 2y is equal to 7 I had given to you, right? So first thing that you have to understand is the equations should be in the standard form like this. Okay? So rearrange this. If you rearrange, you will be getting 2x minus y minus 6 and then 3x plus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. So if you try to compare that, minus 1, 2, minus 6, sorry, a1, a2, 2, 3, then minus 6, minus 7, b1, b2, minus 1, 2, right? These are the coefficients. So b1, b2 represents y coefficients, a1, a2 represents x coefficients, c1, c2 represents the constants, b1, b2 represents the again y coefficients, right? So you have to place x here, y and then constant. Now the important task is that try to understand it clearly. You have to take the product of this minus this one. So first you have to come down like this and then you have to take the product. That means, for example, if I have an elements order like this A, B, C, D, I have to take AD minus BC. So first I have to take the top to bottom approach, later the bottom to top approach. Okay. So this is I am getting x divided, I am writing this as in minus 3 minus 4. Similarly here y divided by minus 14 plus 19, sorry 18. And then 1 by, simplify this, minus 12 and then minus 7. This is what the equation. You just observe it once again. This is minus 1 into 3 is minus 3, 2 into 2 is 4. You just remember this one. If you have an ABCD in that elements in that way, then you have to take the value of an AD minus BC. So first you have to take from the top to bottom approach, then you have to take the bottom to top approach. So minus 3 minus 4, and even for this y means you have to take this block into consideration. So this block, if you take 2 into minus 7 is minus 14. Actually minus will be there, right? That minus into this minus will become plus, that's why plus 3 into 6 is 18. And 1 divided by this block you have to consider minus 6 into 2 minus 12 and then minus 7. Right? If you just observe here, x by minus 7, y by 4 is equal to 1 by minus 19. So we have to find the value of x, right? So I will equate this first and last and then second and last to get the values of x. So if I equate first and last, x by minus 7 is equal to minus 1 by 19. I am getting x is equal to 7 by 19. Okay. So similarly, if I do for the y by 4 is equal to 1 by 19. I am getting y is equal to 4 by 19. Okay. Just give me a minute, please. Okay. I am really sorry, I just made one small mistake here. Sorry. Just let me explain it for one more time. See, in this calculation, let me do it again very little bit fastly. A1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. A2x plus b2y is plus c2 is equal to 0. Explanation part is correct only, just I placed the values wrongly. So you just have to move in this direction. So b1, b2, c1, c2, a1, a2 and then again b1, b2. Right? So this you have to write it as an x here, y here, constant like that. Okay? Now let us try to write that. b1, b2 is minus 1 minus 1 plus 2 and then minus 6 minus 7 and a1, a2 is 2, 3, b1, b2 is minus 1, 2 again. So this is x, this is y and this is constant. So you just see here x by, this is plus 7 because minus 1 into minus 7 is plus 7, and then plus 2 into 6 is 12, is equal to y divided by minus 3 into minus 6 into 3 is minus 18, minus 7 into 2 is 14, 1 divided by 4, 3 into minus 1 is minus 3, minus of minus 3 is plus 3. So you just observe here x by 19 is equal to y by minus 4 is equal to 1 by 7. So if you want to get the value of x, equate these two. So you will be getting x is equal to 19 by 7, y is equal to minus 4 by 7. I'm really sorry for this mistake that I did before. I just confused with that order. So you have to move in the clockwise direction. Sorry. In the clockwise direction to identify the constant, and then you have to, for every two blocks you have to give one name, and the last block has to be named with the constant. See, that's why I told you here anyway you are placing the constant, right? If it is a third variable, like if you are still having the two equations, and if you are having the two equations with the three variables, still you can use this procedure, because in place of this constant I will place z variable, because of which what will happen, I will be getting the values of x, y and z. So this is the mostly useful method in the three-dimensional geometry topic of class 12. So try to remember this even in the class 10 level. If you won't use this method regularly also, try to remember this approach, because it will be helpful for us in our next classes, right? So this is a procedure for finding the solution using the cross multiplication method. Apart from these three methods, there is another method called as an equations reducible, that we will discuss in the detail a little later stage. So as of now we are having three basic methods to find the solutions of a linear equation. One is the substitution method, another is elimination method, another is the cross multiplication method. So in any method you can solve to get the answer clearly, but preferably, if you want to make your work simple, and if they didn't specify any particular method, then better go for the substitution method or elimination, so that it will become easy for you. But try to remember the procedure for this cross multiplication, which we are going to use in our future classes. That is really important. Okay. So in detail, from the tomorrow onwards, we will just discuss some questions how to solve this using all the three methods, and we will check whether you are getting the correct answers or not. Right. Hope you enjoy this video. I am really again sorry for making this mistake. Try to change it if you had taken the notes before. And if you have any doubts, you can post in the comment section. Doubts will be clarified in the next class. Thank you.